Batman Arkham Knight is over 10 years old, and some of the textures haven't aged well. The game still looks amazing, but I think these textures could do with an update. This looks so muddy, and maybe we should make it possible to fully disable counter icons on the way. We've already released texture packs for Asylum and City, but I refuse to work on a texture pack ever again. It really is a painstaking, boring process, so I told myself I would never work on another one. But one day, I woke up, and that part of me that I thought I'd locked away just wanted to check if a night texture pack was even possible yet. Just a really quick test, nothing more. It needs to be done now. This video is sponsored by GameSir. They've just released the G7 Pro, an Xbox licensed controller that comes with 3 interchangeable D-pads. I personally like using the flat D-pad the most. The analog sticks use TMR, a very new high-end tech that increases the accuracy of your movements and helps prevent stick drift. You also get 2 additional bumpers and 2 buttons on the back, perfect for setting jump or dodge without losing your aim. You can even assign keyboard keys to any of the controller buttons. As an example, I've set field of view keys to the additional bumpers. The face buttons use optical micro switches for a super tactile, responsive feel, and the triggers have a hair trigger mode you can enable. The controller supports motion controls, which you can set to camera movement. The G7 Pro comes with a charging dock, supports wired and wireless connection on PC, and works with Xbox consoles and smartphones. It even comes with a month of Game Pass Ultimate. Check out the G7 Pro using the link in the description.
5 minutes.
No! It's unacceptable, alright? You lie to me!
Unfortunately, that inner texture pack in me started coming out again, which is why I sound like I'm under the weather right now. I needed to keep this texture pack part of me in check. That's where Neato comes in. He's part of the Asylum Reborn and City Redux mod, even the uploader of the Origins graphics mod. For Arkham Knight, Neato is dealing with and upscaling most of the textures. The textures you're seeing were updated by him, unless mentioned otherwise. We are using UPK Explorer by FCH to edit the game's textures. Now keep in mind there's a limit to how many textures can be replaced before the game becomes unstable. So we prioritize common textures like concrete or the really blurry leaves scattered across the game world. Instead of trying to make everything uber high quality 4K across the board, we focused on what you see most often during the campaign. Ranger tested the campaign and logged any notably blurry textures worth updating. The focus is to make the overall presentation of the game more balanced. Subscribe to the channel for more upcoming mods. We're hard at work on the Master Overhaul, which is a full gameplay overhaul for Arkham Knight. It brings back the Batmobile ability and includes new difficulty changes for a fresh experience, including an optional reduced Batmobile usage mode. The Arkham Knight's helicopter interior always looked like it was waiting to load. This particular texture doesn't yield good results when upscaled, so I ended up doing some manual work in Photoshop to update this texture. Look, this doesn't count as me going full texture pack mode again. In the past I would spend weeks on just a single texture to really try and make it one-to-one, but I rushed through this one. Mr. Binks worked on high resolution micro bumps for Batman's cape textures, improving the overall material quality. These changes apply to multiple Batsuit capes, and to some character clothing. He also helped bring the file size of the texture pack down, explaining how to pack everything into fewer files and ultimately improving performance. He's working on updating the default Batsuit to improve the overall rendering quality. His mod page is linked in the description if you want to stay updated on his Batsuit mod. The Batmobiles can look rather pixelated on edges, especially the DLC skins. I upscaled these normal maps, which means the edges and bumps are now high quality. There's just a lot of obvious compression that's hard not to notice with the default textures. I applied the normal map changes across all similar Batmobiles, including the 1970s and Robin skin. My last texture contribution was upscaling some of the normal maps for Batman's version 8 suit, so they hold up a bit better when playing the game at higher resolutions. These changes don't apply to the different damage stages the suit goes through, as it would take too long to upscale the normal maps for every single suit state. Neato updated more textures across the game world, even the blurry explosive walls which you see throughout the game. Ranger continued testing the campaign to ensure stability with the texture pack and to look for any potential bugs. To wrap everything up, Neato created an installer for the texture pack to make it easy to install for users. A highly requested feature that I wanted to release for Night is disabling the counter icons. No one's found a way to remove counter icons without also removing the glide kick icon. This is an optional feature I wanted to make available especially for the upcoming difficulty mod. I managed to remove some of the counter-related effects, but there was still one effect lingering. Lewis V provided a simple solution for this effect and helped keep everything efficient. I also worked on making the combat look more realistic by removing the strike trails and impacts. This is just for those who prefer some of the effects to be removed, and is completely optional for users who want more realistic looking combat. The no counter icons mod and removed combat effects mod can be used together for different feeling combat, especially in areas where the game never lets you disable counter icons. Okay, I think I escaped the dread that comes with working on a HD texture pack this time and kept my sanity. The texture pack is available to download now. The other 2 mods will be out shortly after this video is up. I'm going to focus on my recovery. Thank you for watching.